I refused to accept the car my parents wanted to buy me as a graduation gift, so I'm 17 and just finished high school in Australia. I got my results back last week and did really well, which made my parents super happy. But here's the thing, they kept bugging me about getting my P plates so I could drive alone. In Australia, you get your learner's permit at 16. Then after a year, you can get your provisional license and drive by yourself. I'd been putting it off because honestly, I didn't need a car. Public transport here is amazing, and I take the train everywhere. My parents kept saying I'd need to drive to university next year, but there's literally a tram that stops right in front of my campus. Plus parking costs like 20 bucks a day, which is insane when the tram costs $3. When my grades came in, my parents sat me down at the kitchen table looking all serious. My dad goes, "We're so proud of you, and we want to buy you a car as a reward." I was confused because I never asked for one, and they didn't even get me anything for graduation or my birthday. I told them thanks, but I really didn't need a car. That's when my mom got this weird look and said, "Well, you'll need it to drive your brothers to school every morning." My brothers are 12 and 14, and my parents have been driving them to school for years because it's on their way to work, but apparently they were tired of the morning rush and thought having me do it would make their lives easier. I asked them straight up, "So this car isn't really for me? It's so I can be your unpaid taxi driver?" My dad got defensive and said it was the least I could do since they were buying me such an expensive gift. But here's the math that didn't make sense. Their school starts at 8 a.m., and my first university class is at 10 a.m., so I'd have to wake up early, drive 20 minutes to drop them off, then drive back home, then catch the train to uni anyway, because parking on campus costs more than my lunch money. I told them no thanks, I'd rather just keep taking public transport. My mom completely lost it and started yelling about how ungrateful I was. She said they'd been saving money for months instead of getting me birthday or graduation presents, and now I was throwing it back in their faces. I reminded her that I never asked them to save up for a car. I actually wanted a guitar amp for my birthday that cost like 200 bucks, but I ended up buying it myself when they said money was tight. The worst part was when I talked to my friends about it, they all said I was being an idiot. They kept saying, "It's a free car, just take it," and that I was being spoiled. But none of them understood that it wasn't really free if it came with a full-time job as my brother's chauffeur. My parents gave me the silent treatment for 3 days, then finally sat me down again. This time, they offered to pay for gas and insurance if I'd just take the car and help with my brothers. I told them I'd consider getting my license eventually, but I wasn't going to be responsible for getting my brothers to school every day. If they wanted someone to drive the kids around, they could hire an actual driver. They called me selfish and said I'd regret this decision when I needed their help in the future. But honestly, I'd rather take the train for the rest of my life than be trapped driving my brothers around every morning before I've even had coffee.